brothers and sisters all around the world. Look, Connor speaking to you. Welcome to a Connor Frappuccino. Alright, today we're going to look at Watch Mojo Top 20 Last Rip-Off Video Game Ever. So these are games that become a rip-off or like a copy of another game. Let's get started, shall we? Before we start the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, comment below. What game have you played that was a rip-off game? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And should they keep copying games from other games? Let's see.
What part of get in don't you understand?
Oh, take me home, please.
Boring.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 most shameless copycat games.
Where are they? Why do I not find them damned in the inferno?
Because this isn't their hell, it's yours.
Number 20, Pal World.
Maybe. Hold on. Wait. This game. I remember this game. I had never played it. I said to myself, this looks like a Pokemon
Pal
game.
World took the world by storm last year. It pretty much felt like it came out of nowhere and everyone just had to buy it. Have you noticed anything familiar with it? You see these creatures? Don't they look suspiciously similar to Pokemon?
Thank you.
Of course they do. And you probably know that we aren't the first ones to point that out either. Although it plays a bit differently to Pokemon games, many saw it as just Pokemon with guns.
Yeah.
As it turns out, Nintendo thought so too and filed a lawsuit against the developers over patent infringement.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Number 19, Golden...
Wait, they sued them. Oh, what? I didn't know they were suing Nintendo suing the game. Wow. Oh, this is why there's not an Xbox no more? Hold on. Is this why it's not an Xbox no more? On Steam? Hold on. Is that why? Wait. It was on Xbox for a bit. Is this why it's not an Xbox no more? Hold on. Let's see. What's the name of this thing? Oh, no, it's still on Xbox. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I remember I saw that. I'm like, it looked like Pokemon, but with guns. That's insane. Dude, comment below if y'all even played this game. Do y'all? I don't think a lot of people play this game now. It's not that like when it came out. Yeah, it was. Maybe it didn't sell so well. I don't know. Comment below if you're still playing this game on Steam or on Xbox.
Golden Axe Warrior.
Golden Axe Warrior. Is that really a copy of Zelda?
In the late 80s and 90s, original game IPs were kinda new and video game companies were still finding their groove. That's why some of the most blatant copies are from this very early generation of gaming. Enter Golden Axe Warrior, released just 5 years after the original The Legend of Zelda game.
How did I know?
It plays like Zelda and it looks like Zelda to a pretty suspicious degree. Reviewers back in the day were quick to point out its similarities, resulting in lower review scores.
Wow.
And honestly, who can blame them? Number 17, Call of Duty.
What kind of rip-off did they get from?
Call of Duty is such a huge franchise today that many have pretty much forgotten about its original competitor. Back when the first Call of Duty was released, many were quick to point out how the game played very similar to the Medal of Honor series of games. Well, there's a reason for that. It's because a good amount of Infinity Ward's development team consisted of people who worked on the third game in the series, Medal of Honor Allied Assault. Unfortunately for EA, the copycat would go on to reign supreme, whereas the original would fade into obscurity.
Oh. Yeah, it definitely look like Call of Duty. It's like the same, shooting, everything.
Number 16, League of Legends. Alright, put your torches and pitchforks down. Yes, League of Legends was both heavily influenced and directly inspired by Defense of the Ancients, also known as Dota. While League of Legends was developed by Riot Games, Riot was formed by a lot of the same people who actually worked on Dota. If you were on the fence about the games being similar
Dota.
before, just know that Riot was so inspired they had to take extra precaution to differentiate their first character's abilities and kits solely to seem more original.
Dota, okay.
Number 15, Killer Instinct.
Oh, that's Mortal Kombat. Look at that's a copy of Mortal Kombat now. Come on.
Look at this sequence. Your opponent is already defeated, but you have the option to finish them with a flashy cutscene-esque sequence done by inputting a series of buttons. Does it look familiar?
Mortal
If
Kombat.
you thought this looked exactly like a Mortal Kombat
Thank-
fatality,
yeah.
you're not wrong. Killer Instinct is directly inspired by both Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, but it went both ways somehow. Mortal Kombat would actually go on to copy elements from Killer Instinct themselves. Mortal Kombat is the bigger game though,
Yeah.
and the original, so if you don't know what Killer Instinct is, you might wonder which Mortal Kombat game is this?
Look at that. Like,
Number 13, Need for Drive.
Need for Speed? This is Need for Speed. Look at this. Need for Speed.
If you're a Switch owner, you may have noticed quite a few rip-off games on the store
Need
like
for
Gran
Speed.
Turismo. But how about Need for Drive? That name seems awfully familiar, and the gameplay feels a little bit like this totally small and unknown game called, oh, that's right, Need for Speed. The name is a totally shameless attempt to get people to buy their racing game. The promotional material and images look exactly the same, so it's no surprise if someone bought it thinking that they were getting the latest Need for Speed. Number 12, Dead to Rights.
Dead to Right. I have no idea what kind of copy game they get that from.
I'm not finished in here.
In
Max Payne?
2001, Max Payne revolutionized action shooters
How
with
did
its
I
fun
know
mechanics
that?
and well-developed gameplay systems.
How?
That's including bullet time. So Namco Home Tech naturally saw that and decided to release a knockoff
How did I
only
figure
a
that
year
out?
later in 2002 called Dead to Rights.
Wow.
It outright has all the mechanics of
Like
Max
Max
Payne,
Payne,
and is often dubbed as Max Payne meets Grand Theft Auto, which is ironic given how Rockstar would get involved with later sequels of Max Payne. It has similar scenarios,
Yep.
character designs, graphics, and they even took bullet time. They just have different names.
That's crazy. How did I figure that out so quickly?
Number 11, Fortnite.
What kind of copy game did they take from? What game did they take from Fortnite?
We all know Fortnite. It's the de facto battle royale game, an absolutely gargantuan gaming giant
Yeah, but what
developed by
cause-
Epic
okay.
Games. But most people today don't know it was heavily inspired by PUBG, perhaps even copying them.
Oh, yes!
You've probably
yes,
heard of PUBG.
Yes.
It practically invented the battle royale format
Yes,
of
I
dropping from
remember
the sky
this.
onto a big shrinking map, where you would find your own loot and fight in 100-player matches. Does that describe Fortnite or PUBG?
Okay, I'm gonna say that I play Pugnight more than Fortnite. I'm not a big Fortnite character. I prefer Pugnight. I prefer Pug instead of Fortnite, in my opinion, because it's just more realistic.
Well, we were
PUBG,
explaining PUBG, but Epic Games took that idea and ran with it for their all-time classic Fortnite. The more you know.
I like Pug's Battleground better than Fortnite, in my opinion. And that's my opinion. Oh no, Final Fantasy! Final
From the
Fantasy!
very first scenes, the similarities to Gears of War are rained
Oh,
down your
Gears of
throat,
War.
perhaps intentionally to benefit from the success of Epic Games' sensation.
Never mind.
A gruff, muscle-bound hero immediately blasts humanoid creatures from behind cover in a third-person
Never mind.
perspective. Nothing like a bit of subtlety. Even Sid and Felena's animations look the same as Marcus and Dom, albeit with a clumsier, unfinished feel compared to the slickly designed world of Sarah. Further reinforcing the on-the-nose likenesses, the fathers of the protagonists are almost the exact same character. Both are mysteriously absent and have knowledge the perceived enemy have exploited. When the commonalities are that specific, you know something's fishy.
Okay, I
Nice
was
work,
off. I thought it was
Delta.
Final Fantasy. I was off.
Rough. Carmine, you did good.
Number 8, Saints Row.
Oh, wait. Is that supposed to be,
Of all the GTA clones you have
Right.
to choose from, and there are a serious number of them, the Saints Row series has consistently been your best alternative for when Rockstar are developing their next open-world titan. Released a year before GTA 4 on next-gen hardware, it improved considerably upon San Andreas by adding online multiplayer and a GPS navigation system that GTA would soon incorporate. However, some of the staple missions do seem to be imitations of typical GTA set
yeah.
pieces, taking away from a surreal originality and humor that made modes like insurance fraud, where you jump into traffic for cash, possible, and a definite change to the gritty, realistic universe Rockstar created.
That don't look so bad. You should be fine. That's Troy. You can thank him later.
Hayes Inferno.
I have never heard of this game.
everlasting damnation.
I don't know
for
what
your
copy
sins.
is this from.
But that's not possible. The bishop assured us.
You could put the overarching narratives of this hack and slasher and God of War side by side and barely notice a difference. Cutscenes and stylized animation reveal that both Dante and Kratos are warriors whose wartime atrocities force them to gain redemption and leaves their bodies emblazoned with symbols representing their sins. Each jacked protagonist then proceeds to hack apart powerful mythological figures and grand set pieces with a signature weapon. That's a hefty list of similarities. However, this interpretation of Dante Alighieri's famous poem starts diverting from God of War and how laboriously shabby the core gameplay becomes in the latter circles of hell you descend through. A flaw that the exceptional, disturbing environmental design could never absolve.
I had never played this game. I never heard of
Number 4. Candy Crush Saga.
it. What kind of... Okay, who would they copy from? I played this game so many times, but I don't
You'll
think...
be familiar with King. They're the guys that make Saga freemium apps and the literal royalty of rip-off developers.
Okay, I remember this game.
They began with Bubble Witch Saga in
Yes.
2011. A
Oh,
clone of
2011.
Taito's Puzzle Bobble, before moving on to their imitation masterpiece, Candy Crush Saga. Taking the renowned Match 3 gameplay of Bejeweled and the art style of Candy Swipe, King added an attractive sheen of strategic depth and variation, all while using their financial clout to bully any who might be alienated by this questionable development strategy. This approach may not be moral, but it's one that has been vindicated by over 500 million downloads and the many millions more it has made through players
I love
skipping
this game. I
torturous
played
waiting
it so many
times.
times.
Number 1. The Great Gianna Sisters.
Super Mario, are you serious? This is so... What? Yeah, Mario.
Today, we know Mario and Luigi as the definitive
Yep.
Italian siblings of gaming.
That's
But there was a
crazy.
brief period where their status was threatened. In the late 80s, the NES and titles like Super Mario Bros. Were still extremely expensive, and so this German platformer sought to provide an affordable experience for various systems. It wasn't in stores for long, however. Nintendo rapidly noticed the first stage was a carbon copy of Shigeru Miyamoto's iconic design, right down to the color palette, block power-ups, and mushroom-like monsters. While Super Mario Bros. Features aren't wholly unique, the game popularized the genre, giving Nintendo leverage to get Gianna and Maria removed from sale from certain stores, inadvertently turning it into a copycat cult classic.
This is so Mario. Oh my gosh. This that's so Mario like there.
Some of these games are even better than the original. Which ones did you play? Let us know down in the comments.
Alright guys, I think that it is for today. Wow, that's so many rip-off games that they copy from. That's crazy. From Mortal Kombat to Mario to Doom to God of War. Alright, that is for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget, Wakanda forever.